everybody. Hi everybody. I've been wanting to do a video on dry brushing for a while, so today is that day. First though, I want to start with talking about things that you would need to avoid. So if you have any areas where the skin is red, irritated, there's an injury, then you want to skip those areas. If you are somebody who has had lymph nodes removed because of surgery or radiation treatment, then you want to consult with your healthcare provider to find out if this practice can be safely modified for you. Now, there's a lot of benefits to dry brushing, and I'm going to talk about just a few of them today. We have a drought going on here in Northern California, as many of you may know. So I have been inspired to use dry brushing as a way to keep the skin looking healthy and attractive in between showers. Traditionally, dry brushing would be used before a shower or a bath, and today I'm going to show you a routine that is completely showerless. Now, when the weather gets cold, dry brushing is still your friend. If you are one of those people who gets cold hands and feet, this is a great practice for you because stimulating that blood flow really helps to warm up your overall body temperature. It's good year-round, of course, for exfoliating the skin, helping to reduce ingrown hairs because of that. It can help to reduce retention of fluid in the ankles and the feet. And because you're stimulating your blood and your lymphatic flow, you are supporting your overall health by supporting your immune system function. So your lymph fluid clears out pathogens in your body. So super important. And overall, because the dry brushing stimulates that blood and lymph flow, it helps to regulate the fluid balance in the body, just generally speaking, which, by the way, is one of the reasons it sometimes can help to alleviate dry skin, not just because of the exfoliation and the moisturizing that you're doing, but because of that body fluid balance. Now, if you are just getting started and you just want to try it out, if you're on a strict budget, or if you are somebody with super sensitive skin, then you could start just by using a dry washcloth, like this one. If, on the other hand, you are somebody who wants to try doing a body brush, you want something that's going to feel pleasantly stimulating and not too rough. In my opinion, many of the dry brushes that I have contemplated buying and did not buy were just too much. Now, I really like this long-handled body brush from the Baudelaire Soap Company. And again, if you are somebody with very sensitive skin and you want something with a long handle, then you could perhaps try something like a long-handled loofah sponge instead. When you are getting started with your routine, you want to start here at these hollows by your throat. So right where your throat meets your collarbone, you've got these two dips here. That's the area where all the cleaned lymph fluid returns back through your subclavian veins and goes back into your circulatory system where it originates in your body as blood plasma. And I'm going to show you to start though with the washcloth so you can see what that's like. And you can do, you don't have to be as careful with the pressure is what I'm meaning to say because this is so gentle. However, the pressure is light. You just want enough pressure to feel a slight tug and brush on your skin and then release. So that rhythmic drag and release is what gets that lymphatic fluid pumping through, which is also why walking and those types of things also help to move lymph fluid through your body. Then you start on the upper arm, brushing several times and drag back to your home base. This is your home base right here. Once this area is open, you can go down further. So to start, you'll do elbow to shoulder. Then you can go fingertips to elbow. If you like the flow of a longer stroke, you can do fingertips to shoulder. Whatever works for you. Be sure to get all sides, back side, inside, and so on. And the order is important because you want that clear pathway for the fluid to flow. If you were to start down at your fingertips, and if there were any congestion in this area here, then there's no place for the fluid to go. So always from here and back to this home base. You can do that anywhere from 6 to 10 times, I would say, in that whole area total with all the different strokes. It's going to depend on how well your skin tolerates the stimulation and how much time you have to give to this routine. Now, usually I do this standing up. If you're somebody with mobility challenges, you can do all of this sitting down. And for you, of course, you might find that having a long handle is going to be the easiest to increase your reach and to minimize any awkward twisting and bending. And you'll see that there are lots of different patterns out there that people show. What I'm showing you is what makes sense to me because of what I know about where our lymph nodes are clustered. So it makes it easy for me to remember where I'm going and what I'm doing. So your main lymph node groupings are here in your armpits and here in your groin, right where the crease is. So you'll notice that all of my strokes are either flowing to the armpits or to that groin area, which means that when I'm up on my chest, right under the collarbone, I brush gently with your brush from the center out to the armpit several times, and then to the other side several times. I use my navel as a marker. So I draw a line down the center through the navel to give me my left and my right sides. And then I draw a line across the navel to give top and bottom, so that you know you have one quadrant here, a second quadrant here, third quadrant here, which goes diagonally down to that crease, and your fourth quadrant here, down to that crease. So if you have any areas where the skin is looser, you can always anchor with one hand and draw that skin a bit more taut to get the best benefit out of the brushing. For instance, when I'm in my chest area, I will anchor like this so that I can go out and up to this armpit. And you can use that anywhere, belly, thighs, that you need it. When you get down to the leg, if it's comfortable for you, if you're sitting and it's comfortable for you to leave your foot on the floor, you can use the reach of the long-handled brush to make it easy for you to start. I'm going to lift up. If it's easier for you to prop your leg, you can do that. I'm going to prop my leg now just so that it's easy for you to see. So you would start again here from the knee to the top of the thigh, and you want to make sure to get all sides, back side, inside, outside, and so on. So like from here, you're going to brush the inside and up to the crease. Once you've opened the way there, then you're going to do the top of your foot like this and up to the knee, making sure to get all sides, inside and the back side. If it's comfortable for you, you can do a long stroke that goes all the way from the top of the foot and up to the top of the thigh. I'm doing that several times as we talked about. When you're ready to finish, you have a couple of different choices for yourself. You can take a warm, wet washcloth and just wipe yourself down to get any residual sweat and dead skin cells off. And your skin's already moist from the wipe down with the washcloth, so then you could just go straight to your body balm if you wanted, or your lotion or cream. If you're feeling extra luxurious and you have a favorite body mist, you can use that. It could be your favorite hydrosol. I like to use my Elemental Earth and Body Tonic, which has different ingredients to help reduce ingrown hairs and has hydrating and anti-inflammatory benefits. In terms of skin, cream, or lotion, whatever works for you, I like my body butter, my summer butter, or I use my winter balm, which I infuse with herbs and do it that way. Once you're done, you toss your washcloth in the laundry. You can wash your brush with warm soap or water and let it dry. As you get used to the pattern of movements and how it flows, you'll be able to do this routine in about 10 or 15 minutes. And that's it, you're done. Now, in a recent blog post that I wrote, I mentioned a 5-minute splash and dash. So I want to make it clear that when I'm talking about that 5-minute routine, it's not dry brushing. It's taking the warm wet washcloth and just doing a super quick wash up. You're using the same pattern that I showed you to stimulate that blood flow, to cleanse and exfoliate. And that only takes about 3 or 4 minutes to get through your whole body. And then you go ahead and use that last minute to put on your cream or lotion. And that's your 5-minute wash up. If you need any clarification on things that I talked about in the video, feel free to leave a question or comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will include links in the description box to all the different things that I've talked about today, where to get the dry brush and all that kind of thing. And if you enjoyed watching the video and would like to see more content like this, please like this video and subscribe by pressing the button below. Thanks, and be well.